All right, welcome back, everybody. We have the new What If Marvel Studios zombie pack. This is, from the animated version of the cartoon. It was an episode. Well, What If was the whole series, but one of the episodes was basically the zombie world. And they gave us 3 zombies and a couple people that were still human at the end of the movie, or during the show or whatever, which is very nice. We got even number of bad guys, good guys, whatever. But again, they're giving us this hexagon packaging, and when I took it out of the box, the bottom was off. Like it just these are pretty flimsy apparently. Where just bumping them slightly, whatever, the bottom just peels off. So again, hopefully someday, hopefully I don't do any more of these. It's kind of a neat box, but as I said in the other ones, it's very bulky. You can't really display it on a shelf. You can only see one figure at a time. And then there's that bottom. If you guys remember the last video, the Avengers movie Avengers box set, that bottom was all dog-eared and kind of torn up and just not in very good shape. So neat concept, but yeah, definitely could go without these. And really, I don't even really care. I just open them up. Almost always throw away the packaging. I definitely won't be on the Turtles. I didn't on the Fantastic Four. Those are absolutely amazing packaging. And the G.I. Joe I didn't, which I haven't saved Minimate packaging ever, but those are definitely ones I'll save. And the Turtles one's going to go on a shelf somewhere in my basement living room, which is kind of supposed to be a theater room. But anyways, back to this. Let's just take them out of let's look at a tray shot. Okay, so here's our tray shot. I talked about this in the last video, that maybe it would be cool to somehow hang this on a wall. I wouldn't do it with this pack. I don't really care that much about this pack. But the one that I would do it with is, it would be kind of fun to do with the Avengers pack, just because that's the original Avengers from the original movie. I'm not going to buy another one unless I get it for $10. But if I do, it would be cool to hang this tray up on a wall, like in my movie room or whatever or something. So, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of neat, but still doesn't save the box or anything. So let's take them out and get a closer look at them. Okay, guys. So this is actually from Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming. And I was ready to kind of deem this Spider-Man the biggest waste of time I've ever seen with Minimates, and I was completely wrong. It is a different style suit, different colors. And it's battle damaged. It has those little markings on his knees. The flag's the same thing we always get with Doctor Strange, I believe. It's kind of fun to have another cape, not a big deal. But, we already got enough capes. If I want to do a Spider-Man, Doctor Strange mashup like this, I would do it. But again, the character is different enough. I'm going to take that cape off. I'm only going to get a closer look at his suit. But it's different colors. You get those cool wristbands. I don't know if those are supposed to be web shooters. I'm guessing they're web shooters. That would make the most sense. But he is battle damaged. I thought we had a battle damaged Spider-Man from Homecoming, but apparently we did not. All right, so I had to lift him up a little bit just because my stand won't go that low. But I'm actually extremely impressed with the Spider-Man. Like, I did not expect this. I expected to hate this thing. I thought it was going to be a mild battle damaged Spider-Man, but just kind of look at those lines, the character or the design of the costume and stuff, and then the back is pretty neat too. So I think I'm going to have to get some of him just as Spider-Man without the cape. But man, what a neat figure. Like, I actually really like the Spider-Man, and it's for somebody who I have about 20 red and blue figures for to get something a little original and be this impressed is kind of rare. One of my favorite Spider-Mans, actually, it's in the last video, the Heinous Figures retcon video, is a Spider-Man with the web shooters on the outside. I actually really like that look. And I don't think we have another one of those. So yeah, this is just I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this Spider-Man. And look at the detail around his eyes. You know, the black part of his eyes has that blue shading that just looks amazing. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for this video yet, but there is a good chance that you know, he'll be front and center in a few pictures. But then we got Scott Lang right next to him. So yeah, and he's in this cool cape mold, you know, in that glass head or whatever. It's kind of fun. It kind of cracks me up because it reminds me of, you know, what's the other Simpsons? The Futurama. Just the head in the jar thing. And I don't know if it's supposed to do this, but I ended up pulling this thing off. I'm not even sure if that's supposed to come off. It was glued on. It might have been glued on or something without the intention of it coming off, but I pulled it off, so I could see this being a good prop for some pictures. Unfortunately, that cape, finally have a different Doctor Strange cape from the 2 or 3 we have for the sum total of all Minimates. But this cape will be unusable, unfortunately, for other figures because of that, you know, metal ring around it. You know, and I don't think I mentioned this with Spider-Man, but we have this new webbing. I'm definitely going to have to do a web slinging picture of him. But we have this new webbing. I don't think I can focus on it. Yeah, I can. And it's almost like a clear, transparent, white, you know, milky spider webbing. I actually really dig it. I didn't think I'd like it at all when I first saw it from Minimated, his review. But man, I really like the look of this. So I kind of can't wait to make sure that makes it into you know, one of our shots or whatever. And then we have you know, Scarlet Witch here. I was afraid I was going to call her Black Widow because that's what I called. That's what I called Black Widow as Scarlet Witch in the last couple videos. But this one I figured would be the gem of, you know, the star of the box set with that hairpiece. I just absolutely love that hairpiece. It looks amazing. I don't actually have the Scarlet Witch this is you know, based on. I really need to buy it someday. I should probably get on that. But you know, it's that hairpiece that looks the best. Yeah, to me anyways, I could go for another hairpiece like that on Viper. And just have a spare laying around. I'm not going to buy the 6-pack all over again just for that, but hopefully we see it again. I can't really think of any characters besides, you know, Viper that it would work for. Unfortunately, God, I bet I could use that for a Talia al Ghul. That would be a good kit bash. This hairpiece, just put it on Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, just like in the comics. That would work great. Yeah, and then we have Cap. And actually, the comic version of this, Captain America, is my favorite out of that group of Minimates. He just looks so creepy, and these do look creepy too. I mean, they did a good job of making it different, specifically for the MCU versus the comics and stuff. But yeah, it just, you know, specific to that universe or whatever. Yeah, looks good. Let's. I think we only got one left. So I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, man, that is an interesting choice for his chest piece. Looks a little weird. Almost looks a little ladylike, if you ask me. I could not understand why they would do that until you figure out that it's on backwards. Was that the movie or something? Or was this just a mistake? I take it this is just a mistake. But it's kind of funny that it came this way. Yeah, so there it is on proper. You know, it would actually make a pretty good battle damaged Iron Man suit. You know, if you just pop that head off, and I guess we don't really have a battle damaged helmet that would match that. You'd almost actually need to use one of his cartoon versions, because I believe all the movie versions of that Iron Man costume, they're all chromium. They're all that shiny, glossy paint. Whereas this is dull, probably because it's zombie stuff. But we'd need a battle damaged helmet too. Or you could just do a cool shot with him with just, you know, his normal head on it or whatever. Would work. But yeah, the head looks really cool. I really like that cut across the face. Yeah, cool figure. Let's go on to the very last one now. So yeah, we got we got 4 zombies and 2 heroes. We didn't get 3 and 3. We got 4 zombies and 2 heroes. And this final one, Doctor Strange. A couple things that missing eye is just so awesome. I really like the look that they gave him. But then the other thing I was thinking about this character before I even started the review was, if you wanted to do that evil Doctor Strange like at the end of Multiverse of Madness, this would be a good one. To swap out the arms if you can find color matching arms. Maybe even the normal Doctor Strange works, but you could swap out the arms and then do some kind of kit bash of an evil Doctor Strange. And that dirtied up suit would work pretty well for that, I think. So, anyways, yeah, that's it for these 4. Again, really like that Spider-Man Scarlet Witch hairpiece. There's a lot of cool stuff here. I will say, if I had to choose anything, I don't know who makes the character choices, so I don't want to criticize anybody. I'm not going to criticize whoever's choice Diamonds or Marvel's choice for figures, but I get getting the zombies for normal people, but I already have all the zombies from the old school. I would have much rather had that Peggy, Captain Britain, Captain America, whatever she's supposed to be, figure, maybe even T'Challa as Star-Lord, even though it's probably my least favorite, of all the episodes. But I think I would have much rather got something other than zombies. And there is a zombie show coming up, I guess. I think they split it off into its own limited series. So that would be interesting. But yeah, there's even like the Nebula. They got the Nebula without her mechanical parts, and she still has long blonde hair. That would have been a cool figure. Like I think I would have picked something different than this. I'm not sure if I would have went with zombies. But I guess as far as making money, it probably makes the most sense. They are zombies, so and those are usually pretty popular, and I don't think a lot of people know about the originals. So, but anyways, enough rambling. Let's get on to some toy pictures. All right, guys, our first shot turned out amazing. We have, pun intended, we have Spider-Man web slinging through city, and then just kind of hiding the rest of those Marvel zombies in back. You really can't get a good look at them in the picture that I have. You may not be able to tell what they are, but I can, I guess. But yeah, just a really cool pose on Spider-Man. I was originally thinking that's all I was going to do, is just a pose on Spider-Man. Maybe I'll do a B-side of it, but threw in the zombies in back just because it helped, fill in the picture in the background. So that turned out pretty good. And of course, the wooden dowel method up there. Yeah, pretty neat stuff. Anyways, let's go on to the next picture. Yeah, so I basically just wanted a group shot of, the 4 of these guys, the 4 zombies together, just chilling out, just kind of getting a spooky picture in there for them, and just really showing off those zombies. So nice and easy. You put the polyester fuzz way up front. You got to put the camera in front of it, and it works the best, pretty much the best you can get for smoke effects or whatever. Yeah, definitely works well, and it kind of gives the zombies a pretty spooky look. So otherwise, yeah, abandoned building in the background, 4 characters. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go on to one more picture. So this is kind of a fun shot, nothing too fancy. The What If series, I really want to love it, and I did like it. But as a guy who grew up collecting What If, it was one of the few comic series I actually collected. I think it was only one of 4 that I collected. I religiously had mailed to me. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine, and then What If were kind of my 4 comics that I received in the mail once a month. I bought other comics, mostly Batman, off like the binder benders, spinny racks, but What If was one that I received in the mail, and I absolutely loved that series. And when they had What If, and then they said, well, we're going to do, we're going to do MCU style What If, I was very excited for it. But I don't like the fact that they all eventually meet up at the end. I really like the anthology style. Each one is separate from each other kind of idea. And they had some pretty good ideas. They had the, obviously the zombies, and they had the Captain Britain with Steve Rogers and the Iron Man outfit, and God, what else did they have? They had a bunch of good stuff, but eventually they all meet up. Oh, the Doctor Strange one I really liked. I think that was everybody's least favorite. It was actually my favorite out of everything. But anyways, yeah, I don't even know where I was going with all that. But anyways, I just got this shot with Scott and Vision. I had to look up. I think that's what I was saying with it, is I don't really remember the episode that much with Scott and when he had the cape, but when I was doing the Google search, this image came up of him and Vision standing next to each other. I don't even know if I've ever used Vision in a picture. I think maybe once, maybe twice. MCU Vision, it just has not been in much stuff. So it was kind of fun to use his figure and get these two together for a shot. Yeah, just a bunch of electronics in the background. Anyways, guys, I think that'll do it for this video. It's definitely ran on long enough. I got my 3 pictures in. All 3 are pretty good. I got so many pictures banked right now. I ended up doing like a second Avengers video after that San Diego Comic-Con one. And I ended up doing 5 pictures, and they're probably going to be some of my absolute favorites of the year. They really turned out good. But between the Heinous Figures video yesterday, this one, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the way, I just got a ton of stuff. I'm going to end up with a ton of pictures banked on my phone, because I only like to release them once a day. But anyways, guys, enough of all that. Hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video for my Instagram and Facebook page. And we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye now.